Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Disney Wreck-It Ralph Fix-It Felix Jr. figure from Thinkway Toys. So Wreck-It Ralph is in theaters now, and while I've already taken a look at the title character in action figure form, it's now time to take a look at the other character based out of his video game, Fix-It Felix Jr. Fix-It Felix Jr. comes on that same blister card style packaging, fully showcasing the figure within. The background's got a really cool pixelated look to it, and at the top of the packaging we have the Wreck-It Ralph logo. The front of the blister has a sticker letting us know that he has swinging hammer action. And then on the lower side we get a great shot of the character right out of the film. The back of the packaging shows us how his action feature works, and then gives us a look at some of the other figures currently available in this Wreck-It Ralph action figure line. Alright, so Fix-It Felix Jr. was actually the hero character in the Fix-It Felix Jr. video game in the movie. Ralph, of course, being the villain from that video game, he is much larger than Felix here, and that is really cool that we've got some great consistencies here with the heights on these characters. So you can see, standing the two figures side by side, Fix-It Felix is almost half the size of Wreck-It Ralph, which is very cool. So the figure stands about in the 3 3/4 inch scale, probably 4 inches tall. He's got the larger head there with the big blue hat on top with the FF Fix-It Felix logo on top. He's got a really cool button-down shirt with the Felix name tag on his left breast. He's wearing a tool belt, and positioned in his right hand is the golden hammer. Now, the golden hammer is molded into his hand. It's not a separate accessory, unfortunately, so it is part of the sculpt. But otherwise, the figure does look really cool. It does a great job of capturing the look of the character from the film. I think overall it's a good sculpt and a pretty decent paint job on there. And the facial features are got that little smirk and the bright blue eyes. Looks very innocent and definitely looks just like the character from the film. So as far as the articulation goes on this guy, the head is able to turn both left and right. You do have ball-like joints at the shoulders, so you can move the arms outwards, upwards, and downwards. The left arm has articulation at the elbow, but the right arm does not, and that's because there is an action feature tied to that right arm, which I'll show you in just a bit. Otherwise, he just has the hinge joints at the thighs there, so the legs can move outwards, forwards, and backwards, and then he does have joints in the knees, but no other articulation in the feet or anything like that. So it's not overly articulated, but it is a decent amount, and you can still get the guy positioned pretty cool. Now, I talked about that action feature. On Fix-It Felix's back, you'll notice that he does have a large lever. So when you press that lever, it makes him swing his hammer in his right hand. So there's no elbow articulation in that arm, and that's the arm that you can kind of position however you need to get him to swing the hammer the way you want. And you can see he just hammers with every push of the little lever there. Now, this goes along with his cool little accessory, which also has an action feature. Just like the Wreck-It Ralph figure, Felix here comes with a piece of the building from the video game. Now, the building has its own built-in action feature. You can see by turning these pieces, they're all linked together, 3 spots on the building become wrecked or broken. And now by pressing the windowsill on the window, it activates a feature inside that springs all of those pieces back to normal so that the building becomes magically fixed. So, you combine this building with the Fix-It Felix action feature by pressing the lever on his back, have him hammer that windowsill, and he's fixed the building. I can fix it! So there you go, guys. There's a look at the brand new Fix-It Felix Jr. figure. I definitely think this is really fun. Just like the Ralph figure, the articulation, sure, it's minimal, but it's not really meant to be like a highly articulated collectible type figure. This is definitely more meant for the kids, and I think kids will have a lot of fun with these. But at the same time, they do a great job of representing these really fun characters from this really fun movie. And I think any collector that's a fan of the film will still enjoy adding these to their toy collections. Fix-It Felix Jr. and the other figures from the Wreck-It Ralph toy line are on store shelves right now. So happy hunting, and until next time.